So because of the recent release of State of Decay 2, I have compiled 10 tips for surviving in this game. I hope you enjoy. Tip number 1, we have don't be stupid. You guys are probably thinking this is a joke. It is partially. I'm trying to throw some fun stuff in there, make it not boring for you guys. But it's also partially true. Okay? And what I mean by don't be stupid is don't make stupid choices in this game, such as taking your car out far away from a base if you don't have enough gas to get back, or not supplying your base properly with food, medical, and building materials. Okay, guys? Don't be stupid. Second tip I have for you guys is to always be prepared. Okay? Things change really fast in this game. 1 minute, you can be searching and building for supplies. In the next minute, you're getting chased down the road by 200 zombies and a couple juggernauts, okay? You always have to be prepared for instances like that. You have to have the right amount of equipment. You have to have the right amount of medical. You have to have the right amount of backpack space to be able to carry that stuff with you. And you always have to make sure, if you're going on a long run, to have a vehicle, okay? That leads us to our third tip. For tip 3, I have always have a car. This is a really important one, and one that you should always go by when playing State of Decay 2, or State of Decay 1 for that matter. But that's for another video if you guys want it. Let me tell you exactly how important having a car is. Say, you're looting this one building, and it's got a lot of good supplies, okay? Having a car is great in this instance because you can easily just go out the back door with those supplies and put them in the back of your car and drive away because the car has a lot of space. But you couldn't do that if you were on foot because you have limited amount of space in your backpack. And not to mention, what if you get attacked by a huge horde of zombies? Like, if you have a car, that's a super easy instance to get out of. You just get in your car and you leave. But if you're on foot, things could get messy. Guys, stockpiling food is one of the, if not the, most important factor of State of Decay 2. Because, 1, you have to keep a high morale. And to keep a high morale, you have to keep your people fed. I mean, they're human. Just be human too. They have to eat. So, duh. But it's also good because food stockpiles give you snacks. And snacks, in turn, regenerate your stamina. And if you didn't listen to my third tip, then you don't have a car. And if you don't have a car, you need to run fast. Get your lazy butt off your couch, stop watching Netflix, and run fast. Because if you don't, you just might as well picture yourself as dog food. Stockpiling food is also a great idea because you can use that morale that you just got for keeping people fed and use that to trade with other people, like the Enclave. You can get very good equipment from them if they're a high tier Enclave person. They can give you good weaponry, more food, medical. They can give you a bunch of stuff. So it's always a good idea to stockpile food. Before we get on to tip 5, I just want to say that if you watched this far in the video, go ahead and go down to the comments and tell me about it. Because I just want to give you guys a huge thanks because it's just super cool seeing that people watch it and like the content. Let's get on to tip 5, which is give your character a rest. This is so very important because if you didn't know, in State of Decay 2, your characters can die. And when they die, they're dead. It gives you a new character to play as. But that's really bad because if you've played as one character for a while, if it's your best character and you have all stats leveled up to max, and you don't give that character a rest, and they're on really low health, and you don't give them time to heal, they're most likely gonna die. And like I said before, if you spent a ton of hours on that one character, and they die, then that's not good, because then you have to work on getting a new character up to that level. So, make sure you give characters a rest. The 6th tip I have for you is to upgrade your base often. This can benefit you in one of several ways. I'm just going to list out like 2. One of them is that Upgrading your base can give you access to more medical equipment and more stations to store people that have blood plague at, which, if you didn't know, blood plague, you get it from blood plague zombies, and if you don't cure it in enough time, it will turn that person into a zombie, which is not good, obviously. Duh. And, like, the second thing is upgrading your base can give you access to more storage. And storage is great because, obviously, storage is storage. It gives you more places to store food at. Like I said in tip 4, food is very important to have. And upgrading your base gives you a ton of more storage places to keep that. And not to mention, it also gives you storage space for armor, weaponry, backpacks, and just a ton of other things. So make sure you're upgrading your base often, guys. It's super easy to forget to do because you're worried about taking out zombies or doing quests. But just remember, always upgrade your base often. What I mean by tip 7, guys, is to always keep your settlers, not just your current character, but all of your settlers, well equipped to defend your base while you're out scavenging for food, scavenging for medical, or scavenging for things to upgrade your base with. You just always have to keep them supplied because, like I said before, they're the ones that are going to be defending your base while you're gone. And if you don't supply them correctly, they can't defend that base. And you're going to get overrun by zombies most likely when you're not there. And obviously, that's not good because if you get overrun, all your settlers are just dead. So, just keep them supplied. That's all I can say for that. Just keep them supplied. Tip 8 kind of shares what? Tip 8 shares some resemblance with tip 7, and that resemblance is the story is second. And it resembles kind of tip 7 because you always need to keep your people supplied. And if you're too focused on the story, I'm guilty of that too sometimes. But if you're too focused on the story and you don't supply the people, then the outcome is just like tip 7. The base will get overrun, people will start leaving, it will be one heck of a crap show, okay? You always have to keep the people supplied. Tip 9 is to trade when you can. Trading is a very good thing, and I'm very happy that Dead Labs put this in State of Decay 2, because trading gives you opportunities that you didn't have in the first one, such as trading with actual NPCs and not zombies, because obviously you can't trade with zombies. But it's very cool because sometimes they'll have an interesting backstory that they might tell you about, or you can build relationships with them and they can come live at your place. And not to mention, sometimes they have really good equipment. So just remember, if you're not too caught up in the story, which you shouldn't be after watching the last tip, then just remember to trade when you can, because it can have some cool outcomes. Guys, we finally made it to tip 10. This is going to be one of those times that you think I'm an idiot. But just hold up. Don't go pushing that down thumbs up button, whatever. Just listen to me, okay? Tip 10 is to play the game. Just actually play the game. Don't just go on YouTube and search reviews, which, I mean, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes they can be helpful. But don't just go off reviews. Actually play the game. So many people are out there and saying that it's a bad game, and they haven't even tried single player. They're just playing multiplayer. And the game isn't just multiplayer. Yes, it's super cool to play multiplayer, but there's also a single player aspect, okay? Sometimes multiplayer can be more glitchy, which is totally, obviously, certainly... What? I don't know where my head's at this video. Oh my gosh. What I was trying to say is that just, there's single player too, and... my gosh, okay. I think you guys get the point. What I was actually trying to say is that multiplayer can be more glitchy for obvious reasons because there's more actual people. Okay, that's what I was trying to say that whole time with all the blobby blog crap and stuff, okay? That's all I was trying to say. I don't know why my brain couldn't just get that out. But anyways, you should definitely play the game and not just go off people's reviews. I think you should watch my review because I think it's actually a pretty good review, and it's kind of my review. But I don't want you guys just to go off of it. I want you guys to play the game. I want you guys to get the game and enjoy it with your friends, okay? I mean, it's only $30. Like I said in my video about State of Decay 2 last time, it's only $30. And if you have Game Pass, you can get it for free. So definitely check the game out. I think it's a good game. All the tips I have for you guys today, and I really need to get some sleep because it's like 1 a.m. in the morning right now. I don't know why I have such a bad tendency of recording these things at like 12 a.m. But that's all the tips I have for you guys today, and I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I really enjoy seeing you guys like the video because it brings joy to my heart knowing that you like what I'm posting. If you want to see more on State of Decay 2, go ahead and comment and drop a like. And if you want to see more top 10s, go ahead and drop a comment there too. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.